there, artists. This is Jensen Collins, a children's book illustrator out in Montana, and today we're going to draw fire. All right, to draw fire, we're going to start with our paint bucket tool right here. We're going to put some black on our background so that the fire really pops out at us. The next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to grab this red right here. And I'm going to switch over to this little round brush, which is a watercolor brush. And so when we use watercolor, we're thinking about thin layers of color that are kind of see-through, okay? And we can add many, many layers on those to change the color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by making a circle, and you won't be able to see it just yet because remember, we're putting down those first layers of color, but as I go around, you'll see that it starts to appear like that. And then I'm going to kind of bring it up into a more triangular shape. And I'm using little circular motions. Sometimes you need to take your finger or your pen off of the canvas. That way it can replace and then it'll add a little more pigment for you. And you want something that has more of a solid color here. It kind of fades off that way. All right, I'm pretty happy with this shape that we have. So now I'm going to move on to this orange color, and I'm going to use the crayon tool right here. The nice thing about the crayon tool is it is going to lay down a solid color, and it's going to have a little bit of a textured edge for us. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to make kind of a teardrop shape. So most of your shape will be down here, and then it'll kind of fade off as we go up there. But instead of doing straight or curved lines, we're going to do kind of a series of hooks is what I would call them. So the first hook we're going to do, I'm going to make a little triangle. I'm going to come back down and around and make a little triangle like that. And you can get pretty creative with these. Flames move kind of erratically or without rules. So you can make these as silly as you want as long as they stay kind of sharp on the edges. I'm going to bring one up there. On this side, I'm going to bring it down and then back up. This one, I'm going to keep going. The point. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to just color it in. Now that we have our shape filled in, I'm going to continue with this little bit of orange that I have, and I want to add just a couple of little places where the fire is sparking back. And for this, we'll just use little dots like this. Okay. Next, I want you to go grab a yellow. We're going to continue to use the crayon tool right here. And I'm going to start adding some yellow at the bottom part and then blending it into the orange. You'll see what I'm talking about. So those little dots that I did earlier, I'm going to color that one in. Now I want some yellow here. And then I want it to kind of come up here, but not all the way. So now we have this shape. I'm going to go into our color picker. So far we've been using the colors that automatically come up, but we're going to go into the color picker. I still have that yellow, and we can see that light square there says that that's the color that we're using. So I'm going to want to use colors that are lighter, or going this way, than that color that we just used. So I'm going to start with this color, and inside of the yellow, we're going to make some little abstract shapes. And abstract just means that they're not necessarily a circle or a triangle or a square. They're more just blobs. We're going to fill this little space up with some blob shapes. Like that. Next, again, that color we have is right there. I'm going to pick one color lighter, so this one. And we're going to add it kind of sparingly to the bottom where it's a bit hotter. Like that. Now, that's a pretty good flame. You could leave it right there, or if you're like me, you could go into the shell brushes and you can use your shells to pick out one of these brushes and you get to keep it. I have picked this one right here, and it's kind of got a bunch of dots for its texture. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use it on the back part of this flame to add a little texture. So I've still got that color that we had earlier using the brightest part of the flame, but because of the way that this brush works, it's actually going to subtract little dots of texture. And it's a very subtle change, so don't worry if you don't have that brush. You don't have to do this. It's just something that I would like to do. Great. And there you have it, some fire.